Thank you for stopping by this video. Uh, in this video tutorial, I'm going to explain you about real life or actual usage of index and match function. So alongside explaining index and match function, I will also be explaining a little bit about named ranges, the paste special function, and uh, about and a bit about advanced filter. These are the topics I'm going to cover. So there are hundreds of videos already available on usage of index and match function. So how does this video differs? uh, for the benefit of you people, what I have done is I have included the practice file along with the instructions for finding a solution for this actual real life scenario in my blog page. You can visit my blog page, the address for which is mentioned in the description box here. So from the blog page you can download this work file, sample work file. You can start working on this alongside watching the video. The instructions are also there, so that no, you don't have to be interrupted for doing this activity. So this is going to be involving activity. So let's begin with the actual topic today. So I work for a contact center, and taking up attendance and managing and maintaining attendance is an important task here. So the attendance data I have here is in kind of vertical format here. So what I want is I want this to be demonstrated here in the horizontal format like this one. So the names appears on the left side only once, and on the right side dates as well appear only one side. So as you can see in this data here, the names are appearing multiple times and the dates are also appearing multiple times. This is kind of data that you may not be able to make up useful information when you when you want the data to say something helpful information, like how many present are there for a day, or how many week offs for a day, how many leaves for a day, such things. So actually basically what I wanted to explain is how we are going to represent this particular data presented in vertical in the horizontal section as shown here. So that is the intent, and the tools for accomplishing this particular task is the index and the match function. So first let us prepare the basic data here. First I'm going to, so let's assume, I am assuming that we are going to do it as a new one. I'm just taking up a new sheet. So I'm taking all the names here, select names including the header names, and somewhere bring it here somewhere, paste. So done. So now what I do is I go to data menu, because now the names are appearing multiple times. I'm going to use an advanced filter here to pick out only the unique values. Go to filter first. So once the filter is applied, go to data menu again, go to advanced. So select unique records, let the default values be as is, just select the unique records only. So now I am presented with the names repeated only once. So this is done. So and what I want is the date value to be listed horizontally. So I'm taking the 10 days dates, copied here. So next to the employee name, just I'm using paste special, transpose, click OK. So the data is presented here. So I already have this one, so I'm going to use this particular sheet. So after this, what we need to do is we need to create ranges for the data. So select all the names here. So give it a name. So for the sake of simplicity, I'm giving names, the range name as names. So now whenever I need to type in a formula and have to refer to this one, the data from C2 to C199, I don't have to write C2 colon C199. I can just write names here, so that will be taken here, and that's pretty easy because no, I can't remember the cell range when I'm using data representation here. So similarly for dates, what I'm going to do is select everything from the first cell to the last cell, Control Shift and End, down arrow key, and copy sorry, not copy. So go here on the left side, go to name box and type as for a sake of simplicity I'm typing dates, so easy to remember. So here again, Control Shift and then down arrow key to select the entire list. Type a name here, AT code. I will type AT code here, attendance code for simplicity, and press enter key. Once you type the name for the range, press enter key. So that's done. So to see whether the names range names are taken effect or not, you just click here and you will be able to see the names. So ensure that no, you type it correctly, otherwise no, you make a mistake in the formula, it will not work. So we are done so far. We have taken the data template here, and then we have created names range, and uh, so this is the time now we begin with the index and match function. So before I go with explaining the actual usage of index and match function, let me briefly explain what an match function does. So the match function just gives you the position name in a range, in a cell range. So as you can see here, I have taken match D2 here. So D2 is this one, as you can see, 8, 21, 20, and the range is D2, D12. So in this particular range, what is the position of this particular data pointer? So this will give me 1. So likewise here, what is the position of D4 in this column list, column range? So this is 1, 2, 3. So this will give me the result 3. So the match function does only this thing. It will tell where exactly the particular cell is located in a column list. Now the index function, like a VLOOKUP formula, this is also a lookup function, the index function. So what it does is, it will give you data from a particular cell that you are referring to. So here the format is index, and the first is, as you can see here, array. Array need not have to be a table, it can be just a column or a row. Here array is there, and then I am selecting only the column where my data, actual needed data is there. So for a simplicity of explaining this formula, I am just taking 10 values here. So starting from E2 to E12. The index function, just have a rule of thumb. When you write an index function, the first the first thing that you write is the address of the column or the row or the array where you want to pick the result from. So that is the simple rule of thumb to remember when using index function. Otherwise it's a bit difficult remembering this one. And next comes is row number and then column number. So if you are using a entire column, you can choose row, you can add values for row number and column number, but I'm just selecting one single column. So that's the reason I'm just talking only two values, one array and another one is row number. So row number, so in this particular, what it row number says is this one. No, what we found on the left side for match function is the row numbers. So in a particular column, in this column, what is the value I have in row number 1? This will give you this formula. What is the value this column has in row number 4? So this is what. in row number 4 in this column I have PR. So the PR is shown here. This is the basic details or a description of index and match function. Let's move on to the actual formula I wanted to explain you. So let me type the formula. So let me explain this formula. So I'm writing here index. The formula starts with the index at code. At code is the attendance code column wherein I want my result to be exported from. So here is the difference. Match function I have started here match, and I have written here 1. So this 1 I'm not taking up as a number 1. It is a true or false function. So this can also be taken as a true or false function. Match true here, and then names is equal to b3. So name is equal to b3 star, dates is equal to e2. Let me change it as change to e. So why I have taken this kind of formula is this. Let me explain. So what I want to do is, when I want the match function to return the row number when these two conditions are true, when the name is equal to James and when the date is equal to 21 August. Let me explain this one here. So here, so particular date I want this one. No, if the name is James and if the date is equal to 24 August, then I want this function to return this one. So this is what I want to do. So this checks for these conditions. So whenever the conditions is matched, whenever the condition is met, this is going to return a result 4. So which is the data I want to get the result from James attendance on 24th. That is the 24th here. Let's say different thing, but here I have 21 here. So for 21 this would be cell value 1. So this basically does these two things. So it checks for two conditions to be true. One, is the name James? Is the date 21? What is the cell number? Likewise, so is the name Tara? Is the date 28? If these two conditions are met, so then it is going to explain, then it is going to give me the the row number when these two conditions are true. Okay, so that is it. So now so here no you are seeing no is there something wrong with the formula, because no it is giving me a result hash n a. So yes, there is something wrong. So since index is a array function, so what you need to do is you have to enter control plus shift plus enter together. So you have to press these three keys together, so that no this takes up as a array function. As you can see, as soon as I pressed control shift plus enter key, I got the result here. So and another thing, if I somebody who is already an expert knows all these things, why the hash na is coming, but let me explain why this hash na is coming. So here we have to change the references for cell references accordingly. I want, when I move the formula to the next column, I don't want the column to be changed for the cell name cell. So what I do is I press the F4 key. Once I press, so everything becomes a constant with a dollar symbol added there behind them. So I press again, so the row number got constant here. So in simple terms, row number got locked here. What I want to lock here is the column number. So press F4 one more time, so the column number got locked here. Similarly, for the rows, when it goes down, I don't want the row number to be changed here. Row number I want it to be same, but the column number to be changing. So again I press F4. So I want C, D, E, F to be changing, but the column number not to change. So that is it. So press again control shift and enter key, you have the result. So now I am going to click and drag this formula and apply it to the other cells. I have the result here. So let's counter check whether the data I have is correct or not. So let me take an example of Shiva for 29 and 30th August. What is the attendance for Shiva for 29 and 30th August? So a simple trick here, when you want to apply a filter, just type control shift L, that will automatically apply a filter. So select Shiva from the name list. Okay, and then 29 and 30, as you can see, is week of year. So our data is correct. So that explains pretty much the usage of index and match function. I know that no, this is not going to be a complete explanation, so you need to practice this 2-3 times, and also you need to go through the references I have shared in the reference links I have shared in the blog page. Please do so. And if in case you like this video, or you want me to add some more videos like this, please do add a like, and then do subscribe to this channel, so that you are notified whenever a new video is uploaded. So I have already made a note of like some 40-50 Excel tips and tricks, and I'm going to present all those in the video tutorial. So we also have a plan to launch our MS Excel tips application soon, so you people will be notified. Please do subscribe to this one. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Bye.